Namaste, everyone. Simon here. Today we're going to talk about what? We're going to talk about with pranams to Mahalakshmi Devi. We're going to talk about what is the greatest altcoin. Dun, dun, dun. So what is an altcoin? An altcoin is a cryptocurrency. Technically speaking, it's a cryptocurrency other than Bitcoin. But even going one step further, Bitcoin is an altcoin. If you think about it, because Bitcoin and all cryptocurrencies are alternatives to the standard fiat banking system. What's so bad about that, and why do we need an alternative? Partly because, like all sort of incorporated entrenched systems, they tend to take power away from the average person. And what crypto and Bitcoin specifically aims to do is to put that power back into people's hands, namely being able to custody and work and create value for themselves without giving most of it away to the banks. Like, for example, if you put, a deposit of $1,000 in a bank, they loan it out, they make 29% on it, they don't pay you anything, right? So you're literally giving them your money so that they can make money, and in turn they charge you fees. If transfer fees, overdraft fees, et cetera, et cetera. When you get a credit card with them, you also pay interest on that. So what crypto aims to do is to solve those problems. That's just one example. And there is a crypto called Celsius, and there are many DeFi projects that aim to solve that very thing. Of course, crypto is much bigger than that as well. So in itself, Bitcoin is an altcoin, but that's probably not why you came here when you saw this title, because you want to know what is, other than Bitcoin, what is the greatest altcoin? Well, in terms of its size, market cap, of course, Ethereum is the greatest altcoin because it is second to Bitcoin. And in our class, Crypto Questions Answered, which we hold every Friday, and which we are actually closing to the public starting May 4th. So the only way to get in until May 4th is to become a lifetime member. That's $300, and we close the doors and we're in it to win it. Part of that is because too many people are joining on a kind of a day-to-day basis, and they're asking the same questions that have been asked in previous classes. And it's making it too slow, and it's holding back the people who have committed already, who committed back in January or back in last October or last June, July, right? So I'm closing it, and I want to take the group that we have and get us to our goal. All right. So anyway, in those groups, which you still have, it's April 28th today. You've got a week left. After that, I'm even closing it to lifetime. I don't care how much money you throw at me. That's it. Doors are closed. So if you want to come on board, well, I guess if you throw a lot of money at me, maybe, I'll make an exception and we can make that part of the group. But I do mean it. Doors are closed after May 4th. So not even lifetimers can get in. So if you want to be part of this group, May the 4th be with you, So, and I do kind of look like a Star Wars, those pilots who get killed in the Red 4, leader, copy, group leader, copy. I'm losing control. Right? Those pilots. Anyway, Red group leader says the best altcoin in terms of market cap is Ethereum. So point is, in our class, we were asked the question, this is a month ago or so, month and a half ago, will Binance coin catch Ethereum? We pulled the chart for it because this is what we do. This is what I do. I use astrology to help you I use astrology. It's entertainment. It's not financial advice. This isn't, nor is that class financial advice. But I tell you what the astrological chart says, and you can take and do with that what you want. The astrological said, hell no, no way, it ain't happening. And people are like, really? It wouldn't take that much? BNB is so hot, so many fees on Ethereum. I said, people, this is when Ethereum was about 2000 or 1800. I said, people, Ethereum is going up. Ethereum is, I made another YouTube video about it. You have my price prediction there. Ethereum is going to be unstoppable for the next year or so. Unstoppable meaning I don't see BNB catching it. Okay. So BNB, which is the number 3 coin here, if you don't know what I'm talking about, that's Binance coin. Ethereum is Ethereum, ETH. So is ETH the best altcoin? Is BNB the best altcoin? Is it XRP? Is it Cardano? Is it Dogecoin? Before I give you what I think is the best altcoin, let's just go back a little bit, because in 2020, if you ask this question, we started our group in 2020. We covered a lot of projects. We covered Theta, Rune, Cardano, Celsius, Voyager, Noia, Dash. I mean, we covered a lot of them. Pretty much everything that's out there. Not everything, but a lot of the big projects. Kusama, Polkadot, etc., etc. If you had just been in one project in 2020, you would have made 60, 70 times your money in 1 year, less than a year. What's that project? Celsius. Celsius 65x'd under everyone's nose. Nobody was talking about it. You had, all the big channels, the Bit Boys, the Zombies, all of whom I like, right? But they were all talking about some other stuff, crazy stuff. Oh, Polka this, that. Under everyone's nose, Celsius 65x'd. In 2021, so late 2020, 2021, Theta went nuts under everyone's noses. Of course, a few others also did. The point is, there is no one altcoin that is the best and that's it. It's what is the best for right now. It's not who's Mr. Right, it's who's Mr. Right now, right? To use another metaphor. So what is the best altcoin right now? It depends. I'll give you the Ayurvedic answer. In Ayurveda, they say, doctor, I have a headache. What's the best herb? The doctor always says, it depends. Okay, what does it depend on? It depends on your constitution. How long are you willing to hold? It depends on your risk tolerance. How long are you willing, how much are you willing to invest? Because if you're willing to look at your portfolio every day and sell and buy and sell and buy that token as it's very volatile, as it goes up and down, then you'll make money. But if you're not, then you want something safer that's not going to be as volatile, but will still go up. So what is right for you? What is the right sound for you? And so forth. So let's start with Ethereum. I've made predictions. I think Ethereum is going to do very well in the next 12 to 14 months. We're already in April, so the next year or so. Last year, I told everyone Bitcoin would hit new all-time highs by 10 months from now. That was last March. It did. Then I told everyone it'll hit 60 to 70 in 2021. I didn't specify a time when it would, just in 2021, because that's what the chart showed me. If the chart shows me something specific, I'll tell you that thing specifically. And so we're there already. Now the chart's showing me that Ethereum is going to go to at least 10,000 in the next 10 to 12 months. I think higher even, okay? But I'm going to be conservative, okay? So 10,000 would be a 5x, 4x from here, from where it is now. So that is a great conservative choice. So Ethereum is, in that sense, the best altcoin. It has the most things built on it. It's the world's supercomputer. It has DeFi built on it. It has NFTs built on it. It has a whole bunch of, it has CeFi built on it, all kinds of things. If you don't know what all that stuff means, it doesn't matter. Think about it like, I don't know, like Windows operating, like, Windows operating system. And all the apps that use that operating system. So Ethereum is, but Ethereum's a lot bigger than that. So in that sense, Ethereum's big. But so what about BNB? I don't think it's going to catch. So that's not, I'm going to delete that. That's not the greatest altcoin, in my opinion. Even though BNB is going to do very well, it has a tremendous chart. But no. So, okay, is it XRP? I don't think so. I will put it to you that the best altcoin is the one that's going to do well now. Going back to my analogy for Celsius, for Voyager, for Theta, for Engine Coin. So what is the next greatest altcoin? Well, there are many startups, little coins that if you can get in early are going to go up very high. But for those of you who don't have access to those IDOs, I'm going to recommend Cardano, because starting this September, October, this fall, let's say September, October, November, I think this will begin the season of Cardano. We haven't hit Cardano season yet. Even though it's gone up nicely, we got Cardano at 4 cents. It's $1.20 now. So we've done well. That's a 30x, okay, since we got into Cardano way back when with our group. Now, of course, we've sold and bought, because nobody has diamond hands. But I think from $1.20, Cardano could easily go much higher. Specific price predictions, I'm going to restrict right now because I actually don't have them. And we will talk about in our crypto questions answered group. Specific price predictions also for Bitcoin, I've discussed them here on YouTube and other videos. I do have a specific price prediction for Celsius. People think Celsius is finished. It is not finished. It's at about $6 now. I think Celsius is going to at least $30, $36, possibly higher. So that would be a 6x from here. Again, not in crypto terms, that's not mind-blowing, right? 30x is pretty good. 60x is great. And anything above 100 or more is like, wow, face melting kind of stuff. These are the kind of terms you use when you're in crypto. Face melting. But yeah. So a 6x, still, it's definitely good, right? So specific price predictions I will cover in our class. So make sure you join us if you can. There'll be info below. But what do I think Cardano will do? I think Cardano's chart begins to take off starting this fall, winter, and into next year. Part of that is also what it will create, and what it also hinges on is the fact that I think altcoins will begin to decouple from Bitcoin. Because Bitcoin, this one giant leader, the group has become so big, he can't lead them all. So now, for example, we have NFTs and they have their own space. We have Engine and Chili's and all the 50 different NFT projects, and they're their own thing. They're their own tribe, and they'll have their own leader. Then you have the DeFi spaces, right? You've got your Curve, your Aave, your all these, DeFi kind of tokens. And they'll have their own leaders and they'll go off on their own. And the market, I'm predicting, and I predicted this starting, a few weeks back, that starting next spring, I mean, it's starting now, but especially next spring, there's going to be a major decoupling. So when Bitcoin goes down, these other coins don't have to follow it. When Bitcoin goes up, other coins don't have to follow it. They'll just be separate, right? There'll be separate markets, and there'll be other big players who can hold their own despite Bitcoin's volatility. Okay. So I think Cardano is one of those. And in the years to come, in the next several years, Cardano, I think, is going to move up and challenge Ethereum for the second spot. So I think it's not BNB, but Cardano, which is going to be the challenger in the years to come. That's my bet. Now, I'm also invested, again, not financial advice. I'm telling you what I've done and also what the horoscope is saying. But I'm invested in Cardano. I also have Ethereum. I also have Polkadot. I also have Celsius and others. In fact, I have over 69 different tokens, which is absurd, ridiculous, too much. Can't keep track of all of them. So Anyway, what is the greatest altcoin? The greatest altcoin is the one we think has the most potential from here. Forget what's past. That's not going to help us anymore. So Ethereum has had a great run. You know, Theta has had a great run. A lot of altcoins have had a great run, over 100x, right? Solana, Pirate Coin, these are all great altcoins, right? They had a great run. Dogecoin. Let me just say something about Dogecoin. There is a critical mass that you reach. People think Dogecoin is a joke. It's not a joke. I've been recommending everyone have it in their portfolio way back since January. Why? Because it's schmuck insurance, as Chamath says. He doesn't say it about Dogecoin. I'm saying it about Dogecoin. It's schmuck insurance, meaning when everything else is tanking, that one's going to go up. So it's like diversification, right? So just have a little bag and hold it. And lo and behold, that's what happened. As the markets tanked a week or so ago, Dogecoin shot up like crazy in mid-April. Now, the fact that it has gained so much traction and such a mass kind of velocity, that has taken it beyond a meme coin into something that has an inherent value. Like, you know, people will say, why are the Kardashians famous? They don't do anything. Well, they've done enough to attract enough attention to where just that name and just them not doing anything is something. Or people, you know, when a woman wears a very like a skimpy dress, you go, what kind of dress is that? There's nothing there. But that dress costs $5,000. It's worth $5,000. Why? Because it attracts eyes, right? So it's not the material, it's not the value of the cloth that's important. It's not so much what the coin does, it's that it's attracted a lot of eyes, and that's Shakti. People have given it their energy, their Shakti, and also big people. Elon Musk, what's his name? The Dallas Mavericks owner, a whole bunch of big celebrities, right? They've also given it energy. They're feeding that fire. So in the end, it doesn't matter what it does so much as now it has its own Shakti. So Dogecoin, am I a fan of it? I think everyone should hold. I think it's maybe too late now that it's 30, 40 cents. I was telling people to hold it when it was 4 cents, 4 or 5 cents. Not early. Some people were much earlier when they bought it when it was half a cent. I started looking at it when it was about 4 cents, and I said, this is serious. This thing is going, and it's our insurance policy. So, and I instructed everybody to get some. Now, if you don't have it, okay, it's okay, no big deal. Is it too late to get it now? I think so. Look, can it go to $1? Maybe. I don't know. I don't think so, but I haven't looked at specifically at that chart. I just looked at Doge to see, does it have Shakti, and is it worth getting? And both of those answers were yes. Now that it's at 30, maybe it'll go to 40 cents. Maybe it'll go to 8. I see it going to 80 cents, I think. Will it get to $1? I don't think so. I don't know. That's just my personal opinion. I'm not basing it on a chart. So is it Dogecoin? No. Dogecoin is not the greatest altcoin, even though in terms of its performance, it's outperformed pretty much everybody over the last year. So if you ask me last year, what's the best altcoin? Well, actually last year, Doge didn't perform. For the 2020 year, Dogecoin was still a bad performer, but look at it now. It's 135x, but that's in 2021 mostly. So again, what's the best altcoin depends on when and who do you ask. So I'm going to predict I think the best altcoin, if you're conservative, is Ethereum, and you're going to get a few x gain in the next few years. And it's a solid, you know, Ethereum is amazing. More is being built on it. Yes, the fees are horrible. Yes, it's having growing pains. But remember when Bitcoin was being used to buy heroin, you know, on the black market. Remember when Bitcoin had when Mount Gox went down, it suffered a lot of difficulties. It went through a lot. People were looking at it going, I'm not touching this with a 10-foot pole. It's horrible. But look at how it's come back, because it has essential quality, essential value. So it is with Ethereum. Yes, the fees are terrible right now, et cetera, et cetera. Cry me a river. You know, we all pay those fees. I think Ethereum is here to stay. The slightly more speculative play is Cardano. And I'm going with Cardano because I think it is ultimately going to be the future in the long term. So I think I'm choosing Cardano as my long-term pick. Other honorable mentions, I definitely love Celsius coin. I think it's got a lot of, they're doing great things for people. They're doing great things to empower people to hold and create value for themselves. You work hard as a teacher, an auto mechanic, whatever you do, you get paid in dollars. In 5-10 years, those dollars will not be worth what you were paid. You will be able to buy far less with that. So put those dollars in an account, earn 10-15% interest, and at least you'll keep up with inflation. Or obviously you can invest them in Ethereum and Cardano, and not yet in their wallet, but soon Bitcoin, and earn interest on those. So I love the Cell token. The reason, because it has real utility. It's helping people in the world. All of these have real utility. Another honorable mention is Theta. I think Theta is not done. It's probably got a lot of room left to 2, 3, 4, or 5x from here. And even more so Theta Fuel. I think Theta Fuel will outperform Theta. VeChain or VET and its VTHO, its gas coin, will outperform VeChain. So these are all beautiful, beautiful tokens. Of course, there are others, Solana, there are many altcoins, Chainlink. But I think ultimately in the long run, Cardano, I think, has the best chance starting this fall. We'll know between October, November of this year and April of 2022. So let's see. We'll see how this video ages. All right, everyone. That's it for now. Thank you. I will see you in another crypto video giving you my predictions for May, June, and what to do. If you hold what I would do if I'm holding crypto. And so look for that, and give this a like and a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. And we'll see you hopefully in our classes. Namaste.